Do you have a rare coin or a rare penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? We're going to show you 25 pennies that are worth a lot more money than 1 cent. So welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. First up, we're going to be looking at the 1962 Lincoln cent. We're going to go all the way up until 2021. So we're going to be looking at more modern pennies here as we go. Now this first coin here, now all of these recently sold this year in 2022. So these are very new, fresh auction prices. So this is a 1962, unless you're watching this in like 2050 or something. Maybe YouTube will still be around then, I'm hoping so. Here's a 1962 D mint mark Lincoln cent. Looks very normal on the obverse of the coin, but here on the reverse, you'll see that it has a lamination, and we also have that laminated piece of fragment from this Lincoln cent. So both the coin and the fragment is graded. So this coin, not in the best condition, graded at an AU 58 by Annex, sold for $89 at auction. Not too bad for a 1 cent coin. Now let's move on to a 1963 Lincoln cent that was struck onto a defective hold planchet. Pretty obvious type of mint error. I think it kind of speaks for itself. This is not damage, it is actually a mint error. The coin is graded by NGC, and this penny sold for a whopping $660. Unbelievable. Now let's move on here to a 1965 Lincoln cent. You'll see around the rim of the coin that the coin has been broad struck. The coin has also been multi-struck as well, and it is graded by NGC at a mint state 63 red brown. So the coin grading scale goes to 70. This is at a 63, not too bad, but not the best. The coin ended up selling for $52 at auction. Moving on to a 1967 Lincoln cent that has been double struck, and that strike is rotated in collar. So pretty cool. You can actually see that double strike. If you look through the hair of Lincoln there, you can see it. It's not as visible as some other type of double strikes that we've looked at in the past. But still, pretty cool mint error here. Sold for $73. Not too bad for a 1 cent coin. But let's move on here to the 1970 Lincoln penny. Now this penny here is graded at a mint state 65 red brown. So your pennies will either grade at a brown, or red. Red is obviously the best. And this coin here has a large die break on the obverse of the coin. So you'll see that extra metal there on the top of the coin, on the rim of the coin there. That is a die break, also referred to as a cud. So it's covering up that lettering there. And then on the reverse side of that, you will see it faded out as a result of the mint error. This coin ended up selling for $73 as well, graded by NGC. Now this next coin here sold for $186. It looks very normal here on the reverse of the coin, but on the obverse you'll see that it doesn't look right. And that's because this is a mint error coin. It is a late stage die cap strike. So I've found cap dies in coin rolls from the bank. Obviously they're called rare coins for a reason, because they're rare to find. So it is hard to find them, but you know, I have found one before after searching thousands and thousands of pennies. But we've also found all kinds of other stuff. Old coins, silver coins, you know, mint errors, you know, all kinds of different stuff. And you know, I just got lucky one day and found a cap die penny in the same roll as an Indian head cent. So I don't know, maybe someone was collecting, and then, you know, maybe a kid took his parents' collection to the bank. Who knows? I just got lucky that day. But this coin ended up selling for $186. Let's move on to the 1972 penny here that sold for $57 at auction, and that's because it has the obverse half of 2 planchets that have been struck together. So $57 for that penny, graded by NGC. Now this next penny here looks like a gold colorish tone to it, and that's because the coin was struck, the Lincoln cent design was actually struck onto a Philippines coin blank planchet. So pretty cool. I mean, this is like a super rare error here. That's why the coin sold for $336, being struck onto a Philippine coin planchet. Unfortunately, the coin was cleaned, so that will take away value from the coin. Do not clean your coins. Had it not been cleaned, it would have sold for even more than $336. Here is a 1973 Lincoln penny that sold for $73. The coin has been broad struck, which we can see around the rim of the coin. Pretty obvious mint error there. So 75 bucks for that penny. Now this is a little bit similar. It's a misaligned die with partial collar, and you can see that obviously around the rim of the coin on this 1982 Lincoln cent. And this coin ended up selling for $59 at auction. Here is a 1983 penny that has an unplated planchet. So this coin, because of the mint error, ended up selling for nearly $400 at auction, graded by Annex. Then here's one that people typically always forget about, the 1995 double die obverse. Always check every 1995 penny for a double die obverse. Here's an example of doubling on the lettering. Did I say 1955? Of the 1995 Lincoln penny. The coin is also graded at a mint state 68 red, so by PCGS, so that will give the coin a lot of value as well, and that's why this coin sold for $134. You know, there's a lot of 1995 double dies that people sell. There's obviously not a market for these coins like there are like a 1955 double die. A big difference between those, or 1969 or 72 double die obverse, but there's still a little market for the 1995 double die, and I will always search for that coin. I have one in my collection, but not graded at a mint state 68. So to have it at a 68 red is really good as well. Here is a 1997 Lincoln cent. Pretty obvious mint error. The coin has been double struck. Again, this one speaks for itself. The coin sold for $169 at auction. Graded by PCGS at a mint state 65 red. Now here is a double strike that you can really see. So the coin has been double struck, flipped over. So you'll see the reverse design here on the obverse, the pillars from the reverse, memorial, and the lettering there. So awesome double strike. One of my favorite types of mint error, something like this that could just be hiding in pocket change or at the bank, waiting for someone to find. I mean, this is pretty cool. This coin, graded by a PCGS at a mint state 66 red, ended up selling for over $335. Next up's a 1999 Lincoln cent. This one is a very cool double strike as well. You'll see the lettering, the phrase "In God We Trust" there twice as a result of that mint error, and then the same thing here on the reverse of the penny as well. This coin, graded by Annex at a mint state 64 red, ended up selling for $119. Now here's a pretty cool looking coin too. The coin only sold for $41, but it is from the year 2000. The coin was struck through a late stage capped die. So similar to some of the other coins that we looked at previously, but on the year 2000, 41 bucks there. Here's a 2001 Lincoln cent that has been double struck, and both of those strikes were off center. So pretty cool mint error here as well, graded by NGC. The coin sold for nearly $100. Here's a 2007 Lincoln cent that has double curved clips. So we're getting a lot more modern here as we go, almost getting to the 2021 here. Double curved clips, again, speaks for itself, graded by NGC. This penny sold for $93 at auction. And then here is a 2020 Lincoln penny. So this is the Shield cent reverse. Not a big fan of that. I think we definitely need to sign a petition or something and get a new reverse design. Get something going on these pennies. I'm okay with keeping the obverse design. It's kind of historic, but the reverse design, not so much. So this 2020 penny was struck 5% off center. The coin is graded by PCGS at a mint state 63 red, and this penny sold for $55 at auction. So not much money, you know. If I only got 55 bucks out of this coin, I would not even sell it because you have to pay to have the coin graded, so you're not really making a profit there. But if I had this, I would just grade it and just keep it in my personal collection, and maybe down the road, if I sell my coins years down the road, then it'll be worth it, you know, to get rid of it. All right, let's move on here to the 2021 Lincoln cent that sold for $372 at auction. So we'll see a die break here. on the obverse of the coin, a retained die break on the 2021 penny. We have shown these in previous 2021 penny videos, so watch my whole video on the 2021 penny, the 2022 penny, the 2020. We got just about every single dated penny listed here on YouTube. Just type in 2021 penny couch collectibles and you will find those videos. So this coin, because of that mint error, ended up selling for $372, graded by NGC at a mint state 66. But that's not it. Here's another 2021 penny that has defective plating on the reverse of the coin. This is actually a genuine mint error coin. So look for stuff like this, because this can give your coins value. This coin ended up selling for $264 at auction, all because of that mint error. And of course the condition matters a little bit too, but you wouldn't expect 2021 to be in too rough of a condition, considering it just came out a year ago. Now here is a no dated Lincoln cent. We'll finish with a few no dated Lincoln pennies here. Now this coin has been struck through a piece of cloth. That's why you see that textured design there at the bottom of the penny. It's from the 1960s, but the coin ended up selling for a little over $200 because of that mint error. Now here is another penny, either from 1959 to 1982. Of course, in 1982, they began switching to zinc pennies. This is a copper one. So this coin ended up selling for $73, because if we flip the coin over to what was supposed to be the obverse of the coin, you'll see like a mirrored image of the reverse design. And that's because it was in early to mid stage during the capped die strike, or the die cap strike. So always check both sides of your coins. You never know what you might find. $73 for that coin. Now here's another coin, same thing, you know, from 1959 to 1982, late stage counter brockage on this coin, kind of similar, not in the best condition, AU53 grade by PCGS, but the coin still sold for $59 at auction. Here's a no dated Lincoln cent graded by PCGS at a mint state 64. The coin has been double struck, and it has been struck through, and it has been broad struck. So 3 different types of mint errors going on this penny, and this coin only sold for around $70, but it is no dated as well. So pretty cool mint errors there. $70 for that penny. Now here is a no dated Lincoln cent as well that was struck onto a split planchet. I think this error kind of speaks for itself as well. The coin graded by NGC, well, authenticated by NGC, ended up selling for $79 at auction. So always check both sides of your coins, and feel free to check out all the other coin videos here on the channel. We're showing you older coins and newer coins that are worth money. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.